All right. All right. Bring down the volume a bit. Okay. Oh, cheer. Oh, good morning. Okay, just getting caught up real quick. Oh yeah, I'll take care of this later. Just bear with me. Okay. All right. Bag number 2. Okay. Okay. This like that. Nice. Printed newspaper. Donut thief still hungry. Interesting. Okay. Good morning, folks. How's everyone doing today? Phoenix, how are you, my friend? Gonna switch gears here. Let me see. Maybe. Yeah. How was your weekend? How are you doing today? Always a pleasure to have you around. So, oh, I need to go get back that please. So I have made rooms. If you notice up here, there's virtually nothing left. I set up the roads, the crosswalk, and the room, the actual plates that the two modular buildings will be sitting on. So it's a new day, so I'm good. How are you? I'm doing very good. It's Monday, you know. Hopeful for a nice, relaxing week, hopefully. Let me get Phoenix here. Phoenix, there you go. So now I have a minifig cam, right? Minifig height, right? Did you have a chance to see that? I did the quick test stream on, was it Saturday? Yeah, with Jasmine. So yeah, I'm quite happy with. I built that. I built a sign here yesterday. Not on stream or anything. I just did that while watching some Gundam. And oh, look at you! You get a nice little badge. You're the current hype train conductor. Nice. First moderator. Yeah, there he goes. You've got a few badges here. You're important. yeah, you have 3 badges. And my you didn't see it. Oh no, that's okay though. Don't worry about it. It was unscheduled. It went, I'm gonna say, okay. Like I was tired. Like it wasn't one of those times where I probably should not have streamed, but it was good to don't tell people that. Don't tell people that. Don't tell people what that I shouldn't have streamed. That I was tired. What? Yeah, Saturday. So it was kind of, you know. Anyway, it was okay. Like I was, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. When the heck was that? Yeah, it was Saturday. Yep. Oh, that you're important. No. Look, it's everyone is important to me. It's oh, you were at your lug meeting. Oh, nice. My lug locally, quote unquote, is like it's an hour drive away. So in Quebec City. So I haven't made it yet, but one of these days I'll make it. Yeah, good for you. Is yours pretty close to your home, or do you have to travel quite a bit to get to it? And there you go. So slowly but surely, I'm gonna, yeah, 45 minutes. Okay, so it's not too bad. Like it's not next door, but it's feasible. So is mine. Like an hour is not bad. And I don't know exactly where it is. It could be an hour and 15 minutes door to door. But I know like the general idea, the general area that it's in. So yeah, I started this. Oh yeah, that's what I did on Saturday. I started this build. I got all this done on Saturday, plus the tuk-tuk, plus this wonderful little guy here. I did this guy here all by myself. Vroom vroom. Hey, why don't we go for a ride? You want to drive the tuk-tuk? Or actually, no, with your tail you'll have to sit in the back. But here, you can hop. Oh, you can hold yourself to the side here. Boom. And I'll drive, okay? We're gonna be up to shenanigans this morning, you and I, Phoenix. There! The tuk-tuk is up and about. Yeah, your tail gets in the way, but that's okay. Look, you can hang on to the side, and we can have shenanigans galore. No worries. So I'll drive. When someone else shows up, we can put him on the other side. Anyway, I built that real quick by myself, and then Jasmine joined me, and we built bags one. There were 2 bags of bag one, so we built bag one of the first part of the police station, and here I am. This morning I'm doing bags number 2. So guess which ones we want. Okay, hang on. What did we got? We both got a little set. No minifigs, but a lady donated all of her old kits. Really? Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Guess which ones we won. So was the lady donating old kits and they were sort of drawn? Is that what it is? I don't know. Some old castle or some old. Did you win the yellow castle? I don't know. But you're saying they're little ones. A little set. Like one of those really cool little space ones there. Maybe. I don't know. It depends from what era. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this one's long. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is it 12? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, no, it's 10. Oh. Okay, 10. Oh, okay, there you go. This one. And then 2 of these 6s. Old kits, and someone took the time to put together. Oh, okay. Cool. My gosh. I'm curious. Do tell. Old is relative, right? To my son, kids that are 15 years old would be old, right? To me, kids that are 40 years old, are from my childhood. So, so yeah, it's relative. I got. Oh, okay. So let me look these up. Okay, 1479. Okay, that's an old one for sure. So Lego. Oh, so you got a black Tron? Oh my god, that's just awesome. Here, let me show it on stream. That is awesome. It is black Tron, isn't it? So yeah, used, it's worth, oh, it's in Canadian buckaroos, but probably around 20 bucks or so. That's not bad at all. And your dad, 7124? Let's see what 7124 is. Ooh, flash speeder. Oh. Nice. Oh, it's a Star Wars. Okay, it's an old Star Wars. Oh, there you go. Nice. That's what I thought when I saw it. I'm happy for you guys. That's awesome. You don't have any classic space. You know what? The only classic space I have is actually no. I have a fair number of parts. I don't know if I have a set per se, but minifig wise, I just have one top that I'm using for my minifig actually. So I have not been lucky with the bulk for classic space sets. But if I wanted to get some, there's tons around. It's just people sell them for, they sell them for what they're worth, and it's not like it would cost a fortune to get it. Anyhow, for say $300-400 I could rebuild my childhood. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but I don't I don't live in the past like that, so I'm good. Okay, so let's see. So I have all the parts. Put this here. Yeah, it's very neat. My gosh. It must have been really, it must have brought a lot of joy to the person that did that. To the lady that donated them. Because you know they're going... I mean, if you're part of a lug, right, you're definitely, you're a fan of Lego, right? Yeah, the guy was like, sorry, there's no figs. And I was like, psh, this is so cool, I don't care. It's all good. My gosh. Beggars can't be choosers. It's all good. Free classic bricks, you know, that's awesome. Speaking of classic bricks, my gosh, that set you got with all the little what was it, like it's a classic 90 year anniversary set. I forget what it's called exactly, but my gosh, I saw that little castle you built, and like, you know, a small mock-up of the yellow castle, and that looked really good. Looked like a lot of fun. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. Okay. 8. 2 4s. 4. 4. Okay, one of these. 2 of those. Ah. 2 of these bricks. That's 1. What? Is that 2? Yeah, it's 2. Okay. Ah, there it is. And this and that. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Smyrny, how are you doing this morning, my friend? Hey. Let me go get you. Well, we're looking for a third to get in the tuk-tuk and be up to shenanigans. There. Smyrny is here. I built that on Saturday real quick, and here, I'm sure you can get in. There, yep, you can get in the back. I'll just put one leg outside, maybe. Or, you know what, I can hang you just the same way I did Phoenix. Oops. Did I just fall down? That did just fall down. What? Okay, hang on. What? Did I make the other side fall off as well? I did. My gosh. Whoops. Thanks again for the raid on Saturday. That was my first one. Oh, I'm glad to hear. My gosh, I'm happy to have been able to be your first raid. I mean, it's especially important to help out you know, new people that are newly streaming, you know, because I know what it's like to start out, for sure. And you're most welcome. Okay, so these keep falling off. I don't know why. I don't think these were meant to be played with. I don't think this set was really intended to be played with a whole lot. I must be the odd guy that really wants to play. Here, this guy, and Smyrny gonna hang on to the other side like this. Oh my gosh, why am I having such a hard time with your arm? Ah, there you go. There you go. That's more like it. So there, we're up to shenanigans. Look at that. I'm driving, And I have two friends, one on each side. And we're driving to the police station that's being built because we have a crime to report. Okay. So let me get caught up here. We don't have any classic space. I was psyched. My bro and I didn't like the theme. Okay, so never seen it in real life. Yeah, shout out to Smyrny for sure. Yes, Smyrny had a stream. Yes. We'll catch you some other time for sure. Do Saturday and Wednesday. Okay, good to know. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, where am I? Okay, so I believe it's right on the edge here. Yes. Like that. And like this. So you got stuff to do outside of the house, which is absolutely fantastic, Phoenix. I'm ashamed to say that I spent most of the weekend indoors. Didn't really go outside all that much. I went and fed the birds and took care of cleaning my lawnmower, and that's about the extent of what I did outside. This morning I went out to the gym though, so that's going outside. But yeah. It was really hot this weekend, so. Oh yeah, Phoenix can tell you all about it. She had a great time. Oh yeah, okay. Well, same here. It's with the humidity factor, it's definitely in the 30s, or very close to the 30s. And I have air conditioning in my house, so it's really nice and temperate and comfortable. Oh, Dread, how are you doing? Oh, nice to see you, my friend. Hehe. Am I done the step already? Okay. Oh, I guess those are the steps. Right. Cool. Now, there's a chance that my son might get up later and that he might want to continue his Pirates of the Barracuda Bay. So this 2-hour stream may turn into a 4, 6, 8-hour stream because that kid has the stamina and the speed to build. He's a machine, so we shall see. But he's sound asleep, so I'm not gonna bug him. But if you guys notice, right above my head, I have everything prepared for the 2 modulars. So I've got the street all fully built, and I even have the plates ready to receive the modular buildings to connect to the new road system, and I'm ready. There you go. Look at that. Oh wow. Oh, he is a cool kid. My gosh. So wait, what do you guys think of the Nick 76 bricks sign? I worked all day on that yesterday while watching Gundam. It was it was quite something, but I just used some old plates, and oh yeah, I want to play. There you go. What was I gonna say? Yeah, he's a cool kid. Can't remember what else I was gonna say. Anyway, yeah, cool kid. Both my kids are awesome. So, Okay, so that's a 10, I believe. Yep. And that's the 12. Yep, like that. Oh, 2 of these. It's nice building from bags. I like it. Oh, hey! Let's see where people land. Well, I'm not gonna go very far. Oh yeah, I mean, I talk about Jasmine a great deal because, oh my gosh, Dread, you landed, that was really good. Congratulations. Not only did you land, but, you know, it was really high. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I talk about Jasmine a great deal. And, oh, and to be fair, Jasmine did stream with me quite a few more times. Xavier only streamed with me twice, maybe 3 times. Yeah, so someone pushed you in the right pushed you in the right direction. I saw that. I saw that. It did not go unnoticed. Okay, there we go. So we've got a little slope here. Not a slope, an angle. Actually, no. Technically, that's a cheese piece. It's just a larger cheese piece. Speaking of cheese, there's a really good artisan place that makes a whole bunch of different cheeses that are, I don't know if they're world class, but anyway, at the very least, they're well known in Quebec and in Canada. So, and it's really relatively inexpensive for us to buy a nice cheese. I guess a cheese tray, like it comes in a box. Anyway, my wife brought one home yesterday as a treat, and it was quite good. It was for 2 people, and 4 of us had plenty in there. So that with bread and, you know, a few fruits, and yeah. We're so yeah, we're all so polite, eh? So so respectful of one another. It's nice to see, and all in good humor, right? I really dig that kind of humor. That's awesome. Very wholesome. For sure. Thanks for reminding people, Phoenix. Yeah. July 20th. It's in 10 days. So yeah, it's gonna be soon. I'm looking forward to it. It's my first giveaway. The first of many. There will be many more. Is that everything now? I think so, eh? Oh, I should put the stuff over here. No, it's fine here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Like this, like that. Oh, I have to remember to be building here. So I have my tools being delivered today. I placed an Amazon order for tools to be able to build Gundam kits. So I'm excited for those tools to come in, and then fingers crossed that later on this week I might get some kits that come in. Yeah, the latest will be early next week. So yeah, they're all coming through Canada Post. It's not super fast shipping, but yeah, it's very exciting. I've never built any, and I'm very yeah, I'm very enthusiastic about it. So should be fun. Oh, it's up here. Okay. And I've been watching a lot of Gundam movies and TV shows. So I'm about to finish Unicorn, I guess is what it's called. One that's on Netflix. So, what? If I put that here, there's absolutely nothing holding it. I'm confused. Am I making any sense? Oh, I missed a step. Oh my gosh, that explains it. Okay, so I did that step. Yep. Yeah, double click by mistake. Wow, talk about a double click and I guess can happen by mistake. That's crazy. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, so where did these go? Yeah, there you go. That makes more sense. This, we're making steps. So yeah, soon you will be. I'll be having the first build I'm gonna do is called an entry grade build, so it does not require tools, but I'll be jumping very quickly into other builds that do require tools. But yeah, I plan on streaming that very first experience for sure, because it's a very popular hobby amongst people that enjoy Lego, from what I can tell. So definitely worth a try. Oh, you like the story, but the model of the unicorns I want to like least. I got the black unicorn instead. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I did see the black unicorn in a couple episodes there. I just have the last one left to watch. But what I've ordered so far is stuff, except like the RX 78-2. Oh, awesome, Smyrny. Yeah, and as a primer, you can have a look on, if you have Netflix, there's whatever region you live in, there should be some Gundam available for you, because I know at the very least they produced one show themselves, which I haven't watched yet, but it's yeah. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so yeah, I ordered the very first original Gundam as an entry grade model. And then I ordered 2 master grade models that are like I said, from shows I haven't even seen. So I purely ordered them by how cool they looked to me, basically. So yeah, in one of the TV series, there's like a reiteration of the Gundam that's basically a white robot that's has like a horn and transforms and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And then there's a black version of it that pops up in the story. Exactly. It's unfortunate, but it is from 20 years ago, I guess. So the sensitivity around that probably hadn't happened yet. So but then in the very original series from the 80s, late 70s, and that's really from my childhood, by the way, guys. Like the evil guys were some kind of green, main villain was red, and yeah. Okay, so I've done that now. Now that makes more sense. 1, 2, 6. One. Yeah, and I remember watching those shows when I was young on English television, not even understanding English at all, and those were being played in Japanese with English subtitles, and that's how I watched them. So how I managed to understand what was going on, I have no idea, but I somehow did, and it's weird. Like all of those just kind of came flooding back to me. I was like, oh yeah, I saw that as a kid. I remember seeing that scene and thinking, oh my god, this is like a transformer. It's so cool. You know, and having the exact same thought and remembering having that thought when I was a kid. So that was mind blowing. I'm talking about a thought that's nearly 40 years old or 38 years old. Then anyway, it's funny how some visual stimuli can do that, eh? Trigger memories. Okay, there you go. Oh, I placed an order on Amazon yesterday. I did not wait for a sale on Amazon. I did not even wait for Prime Day because I knew that. Um, okay, so thanks a lot for the lurk, Phoenix. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, right. So I ordered a new set yesterday, and this one's for my wife. She's the one that requested it. She wanted one of those. She said, "Why don't you get me one of those plant type of sets, flower type of sets for my office?" And I said, "Well, what color is your office?" "Oh, there's some orange on my desk and so on." And so I sure thing, Phoenix, for sure. And so anyway, I showed them all to her, and I said, "I think you should get Birds of Paradise." I know it's the most expensive one, but it was one of the only ones that was in stock, and Amazon had it for like maybe 5% off or something, and it was out of stock absolutely everywhere else. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll just pull the trigger, and it's fine. At least I'm not paying full MSRP, and I'll be getting close to what." The Lego VIP program would normally give me. So anyway, so I've got the Birds of Paradise coming in for her, and I'll look forward to building that on stream. And once it's finished, well, it's gonna go to our office. And I told her, when you're sick of it, you let me know. I'll find a good room for it here, no worries, and I'll. And she liked them all, so I have the okay to order them all, slowly but surely as they pop up back in stock. So. It's pretty rare that I have my wife's seal of approval for ordering Lego. So, I'll get the succulents, and I'll get the which one is it? Orchid, and she didn't care all that much for the bonsai, but bonsai would be nice to get. But we'll see if there's a really good sale for it. That's it, right? There's no other ones. Yeah. Oh, Party Bus is like 50% off on Bricklink apparently for a sealed set. I don't order much on Bricklink because what kills me is shipping, right? Unless it's in Canada, then sure. But yeah, duty and every package that comes in through Canada, through our border, has a 50-50 chance of getting hit with duty. And when it gets hit with duty, there's a $5 charge, handling fee plus 15%, basically pay a tax on it. So, hardly worth it in the end. You know what I mean? If for just one set. But what store is it on? Is it the set of someone we know, or it's not local brick shop or anyone we know, right? Yeah, I saw that you could mod the bonsai, and yeah, it looks really fun, and it's inexpensive, right? So they have it at Costco for about 10% off MSRP, and they've had it forever, so there's no rush. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow if Amazon has some kind of sale. And oh, okay, cool. A friend was on this morning. Oh, you must have been on, you know, before I got up, because I didn't see him. I would have popped by and said hi. I'm a big fan of Fred. Where are we here? Oh, right, these three. Okay. Up here. My gosh, I'm gonna need coffee sooner than later. It just hit me. I'm like, oh. And my wife is not here to remind me to get coffee. So at some point in the next 20 minutes, I'll be having a short break to make myself coffee for sure. For sure. 1, 2. Yeah, Fred is just so wholesome. My kind of guy, right? It's my kind of vibe, you know. Who else do I really like? I really like BPT, Brick Play Style. My gosh, always such a chill vibe in there. Enjoy hanging out, and I mean, I enjoy everyone in one way, shape, or form. But no, but we're entitled to have favorites, right? Ones we, I could spend all day, you know, hanging out with Fred and BPT. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the kind of guy would have over, and you know, we'd build Lego sets together and geek out and watch some shows on Disney Plus or and have a barbecue, you know, for sure. And yep. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of parts here. Okay, so we've got the 2 little wings like that. Where are they? This, like that. Okay. We've got the 6. We've got 3 of these. Okay, we've got them. Okay. Sounds good, Dread. Oh my gosh, that's a long one. Okay, that's this one. 1 out of 4 here. Oh, these 2. Okay. 1, 3, and 1, 2. Okay, wow, that takes care of a lot of parts. Here, I can push this here. You can see it better. Yeah, I quite like what I'm able to do with this other cam here. You know, that's a lot of fun. There's gonna be lots of shenanigans happening in front of the camera. Okay, so one of what? Oh, okay, this really is like a basement. That is just, huh? I'm surprised by how okay, but this part, okay, well, okay, wait, all the way up like this. What? Oh, okay, no, I have to pull that back. Okay. 6 is here. Okay. And that little wing here. Oh, oh. Okay, like this, like that. Like this. 1, 2, 3 here, and a big white one here. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. Aloha, Kra. How are you doing today? Nice to find you here. How's your day going? How are you doing? Ah, good morning, Artsy Designs. Pleasure to find you here. Oh, let me go get you. Artsy Designs. Let's see. Artsy Designs. There you go. So we have some shenanigans abound. I now have a minifig cam, and look at that. We're all on the tuk-tuk I built on Saturday, and so what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm having a blast with this. It's plus, I mean, I get to build here. You get to see from the top. You get to see from the side here. Anyway, I'm just a kid with toys, you know. Yeah, the tuk-tuk's getting small. Yep. That's the idea. I want to try to fit as many people on it as I can this morning. So I started building the Creator Expert roller coaster, and the base is super flimsy after the first bag. A lot of plates will be with like 2 studs connections. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I have a young mind, isn't bad. It's always kept me relatively happy and sane to be able to enjoy cartoons on TV, you know, and I never stopped watching cartoons on TV, you know, yeah. Unfortunately, I did stop playing with Lego for a while, but it's okay to be back at it. So yeah. So you were worried that even when built, the whole structure would be hard to transport. So I decided to build it on MILS plates. I'm not sure what MILS stands for, but good for you. You know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with modding a set right away as you're building it when you realize, you know what, this will be too flimsy for me, for my setup, or for how I'm gonna play with it. And I've seen lots of people do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, I mean, it's never too late, you know. That's the beauty with Lego, is that there's no right or wrong time to hop in and out of the hobby, right? I don't get attached to any of my sets, you know. I would sell any of my set tomorrow and they would be perfectly fine. The idea at the end of the day is to try and not lose value, so I'm always going to try and keep a set for at least 5 years for it to go out of print, and worst case scenario I can get my money back. But yeah, it's when you try to go and find old sets, that it can get really expensive, but you know. MILS modular interlocking landscaping system. It's where you take a base plate, put a ton of bricks on it, and then put plates on top of it. It's great for building cities. Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that. Take a base plate, put a ton of bricks on it, and put... Oh yeah, okay. Now, did the set come with just regular thin plates? And if that's the case, then yeah, well, I completely understand your decision, especially if it's a set you plan on picking up and moving quite often. Yeah. First big coaster you got last Christmas at 20% off. Of course, you want the second one. Yeah, awesome. My gosh, good. I don't have the room for those. They're too tall or too big, and I would have to sacrifice too much. You know, I would have to sacrifice, like, I don't know, my pirate area or 2 modulars, and that's not something I'm willing to do. So yeah, I mean, to each their own, right? Okay, where am I going? Oh yeah, I guess I'm done with these steps. Now I'm gonna be careful not to double click, because my gosh, I double clicked last time and a couple of steps ago, and that really threw me off. Hmm. No, do you know what I have in those long boxes? Actually, they're short boxes, but they're Lego books. I bag and board my Lego booklets. So, especially ones I get from bulk, sometimes they're in really bad shape. So it really helps flatten them out and put them in a decent shape by bagging and boarding them. So, yeah. But it's a good question, RC Designs, for sure. Yeah, Barracuda Bay at least came on. Exactly, it came. Okay, so let me see. It came with standard Lego 16x16 plates, and each one is connected with a pair of 2x2 tiles. So if you pick it up, it's not staying together unless you pick all 10 at the same time. I see. Oof. All right. Yeah, so you did that to your Barracuda Bay, like with the base, doing the MILS system. If you did, good for you. We're just in the middle. My son is just in the middle of rebuilding Barracuda Bay, and I won't bother doing that to it because it's gonna be pretty stationary. Like it's gonna stay there. So yeah, it's nice because it's not on those flimsy, thin base plates. Yeah. I'm surprised that with the new road system that we're still getting modulars. Well, double check for the boutique hotel anyway, and the boutique hotel still comes on the flimsy thin plate. Yeah. You had to restart because of your dumb internet. Oh, okay. So I guess you were gone for a little bit. Okay. I want to make sure I'm following you, Aloha. Yeah, I am. Okay. Cool. Oof. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this page real quick, and I'm gonna go make coffee. That's what I'm gonna make. So that's the plan. So let's see. Try and focus and get this done. Okay, so like this, like that. 2 of these. One of these. 2 of these. Oh, and then 2 of these. 6. Okay, so 2 of the 6s and 1 at a time. Okay. Or 8. 8. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have here? Okay, that's a 6. It's the only way to build bigger landscapes. It allows some depth. Yeah, I do. The depth I do in these setups here is, I guess, not that deep, right? It's only 2 Billy bookcases deep, which is 36 inches, I think, altogether. Trying to remember. What the heck is it? Oh no, it's not even that much. 20. It's 21 inches and a half, the actual depth. So yeah, it's easy to manage. Oh, okay. So let me start here, maybe. This. 3. This. that. One of these. Okay, that's a really nice big long one. Okay. I keep finding cat hair, so that's why I have to blow from time to time, in case you're wondering why. Okay. What else we got? Oh. Okay, 3. Start from here. So we've got the long one. We've got the 6. We've got a 6 back here. We've got a 3 here. Oh, okay. And this comes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What? What? Oh, it's like, oh, it's a counter. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Like this, like that. Okay. All right. Not bad. We're starting to have quite the foundation here. Huh. Okay, so I'm at page 32 when I get back. Okay. I'll put the little parachute game on. Not parachute, sorry, the maze game on. If you guys want, I'll put that on, and I'll be back fairly shortly, because it's not gonna take me very long to make coffee. So like my winter village landscape, my pond is like brick deep. Makes it a better blue color, and just putting one light blue transparent over whatever plays under. I'm sure it's very nice. Oh, okay. All right. So, oh, and I do need to start the game. So just bear with me here. So I go reset. There you go. And I'll mute my mic. Okay. All right, and I'm back, and looks like Smyrny. Yeah, Smyrny won. Okay, I'll put the main scene back. All right. All right. Thanks for thanks for hanging around, folks. Hope I wasn't too long. I don't think I was. Just pouring some more milk here. Just bear with me. Need another sip. Hang on. Push this. Push that. Okay. I foam too much milk, as I always do when my wife is not around, but oh well, it's all good. So what do you guys have on the go, build wise and stuff, or what other hobbies are you perhaps, deeply invested in lately? I always like to hear about other people's passions and yeah. Caffeine is good. Yes, I really like my lattes. That's definitely something I'm passionate about, so all right, there you go. Okay, guys, gotta keep pulling the bricks. Keep pulling the bricks. 1, 2. So I've got these two. I've got these two. I've got that one. Now, oh, there's some sandstone green here. Really? That is nice. Yes. So how's your modular expert, like your library? Not library, bookstore? Oh, I was asking what builds you might have on the go, or what are you, what sort of hobbies perhaps you might be passionate about right now these days. Because I keep talking about the fact that Gundam is coming. I'm really hyped about that. I'm curious if you have. I'm hyped about that. I'm also hyped about the Lion's Knight Castle. Lion Knight's Castle coming out. Well, for pre-order for VIPs on August 3rd. I'm very hyped for that. So I'm curious to hear what you're super excited about. Either something you're currently building or something you're about to get. Oh, I'm your expert. Do you remember which set has a micro build of the sand green typewriter? Oh, I think it might be the set I'm working on actually, because it's old school. Because I heard, I didn't look because I didn't want it spoiled, but I heard that it's very much vintage and that the items in this are vintage type of thing. So there might not be a computer, it might be a typewriter, right? And there might be an old rotary phone and that kind of thing. So, oh, hi Gina. Thanks for saying hi and giving a lurk. Stream looks good, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks so much. You are so kind, Gina. I always enjoy talking to you. Yeah. Yeah. So it might very well be in this set. And what they do typically is that, this set came out like 2 years ago, right? So the green typewriter was not announced yet, right? It's probably when this was released, and then a couple months later, it was probably announced, and people are like, "Ah, that's the sneak peek we got in the, you know, in the modular." They often do that, you know. So you got a bunch of 4x4 white plates. So I am excited to make more MILS plates for my winter village. Finish a table and base this year. It's a good plan. Okay, I'll let you know if and when I get to it. Yeah, check out my fellow streamer. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's awesome, Gina. Greatly appreciated. Okay, I was in the middle of pulling some sandstone green. I was done with that. Oh, needed one tiny one here. 2 of these tiles. So yeah, my Nick 76 bricks I have here. I used some old school green plates I got from in bulk, and I used a bunch of leftover dots stuff to make my letters. And I saved myself $50 because that message board that's on right now in dots costs $50, and it's exactly this shape and size. So I feel pretty good about that. And it's just that the background is blue instead of green. But I quite like how this turned out. So, and I played with colors too. I worked on this quite a bit yesterday. And you probably can't tell, but look, if I bring it closer, the 7 is made up of a little rainbow from dots, right? So anyway, I'm quite happy on how this turned out. And it's my own, right? My mock, truly, you know. Stickers? What? What's going on? Stickers? Where'd you say stickers? Oh, stickers! Yeah, stickers. What, are there stickers down? No, stickers are good, right? Yeah, do use the free stickers. There's a ton. That logo. I think all Lego streamers should make a billboard out of Lego. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get a 3D printed, you know, their name, their streamer's name, and using the Twitch font and stuff. And I mean, that's fine, but it's, you know, it's a little bit impersonal, right? I really wanted to make something of my own because while I'm not the most creative Lego guy ever, you know, Lego would never hire me as a designer, right? So at least I can do this, you know. That's within my skill set. So it took me a day to do this. So. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, that's a nice color. Like it's like a bluish gray. No, it's a grayish blue is what it is. Yeah. I've not come across it too often. Okay. Now this is the gray with a blue, bluish tint to it. So one, very common, right? So, oh, 2 of these. And 2 of these. There we go. Believe I have everything. Yeah. Okay. Well, so let's go and see what we're doing here. Oh, okay. So I guess we've got this back here. We've got that. We've got. Whoops. We've got that. And this. Okay, and we've got this. Okay. Oh. Okay, now here and here. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, so we've got this here and that. I just had an idea. I hate to do this right in the middle of the stream, but I'm pretty sure that I can improve something significantly view-wise on this camera. So just bear with me. It's gonna get wonky, but it's gonna get better. So, oh yeah. So. How's that, folks? Yeah, that's a much better angle, isn't it? Now you truly get to see the whole thing being built here. Yeah, my gosh. Wow, okay, I'm happy about that. Just one little bit like. I still want to be able to see the Nick 76, and that's fine. Yeah, you get. It's not the end of the world. You get to see my instructions a little bit down on the top right, but that's fine. Much better angle. Thank you for being so patient with me and, you know, allowing me to improve this and make it as best as I can, basically. Coffee's good. One, two. One here. Okay. And then we've got this and that and this one here. Okay. There you go. We're good. Okay. Okay, so one tiny white one. Yeah, and then you really truly get to see all the parts as I'm pulling them as well. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay, so 1, 2. 1, 2. I'll keep going with the blue here. Dark blue. So this. Is that a? Yep. This. Okay. 4 light gray. One little snot tile. One little plate. Okay. Let's do these. So 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Okay, that's all of them. Okay, and then the grayish blue. Okay, so one. Oh, okay, that's a lot. Okay, so hang on. So one of these, one of these, one of these, and then 7 of the snots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 12 of the little guys. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. There. Okay, so 6 here. So I guess this is a tile work to the police station's entrance. That's very cool. Okay. I'm sort of gonna go off in one direction, and I don't know. There's a lot being placed in this step. My gosh. Okay, maybe I'll go up here. Okay, so here, two here, another 2 here, 6 down. Okay. Okay, so from up here we have this, that, this. Okay, now we have the 6 here. We've got this here like that. Got that. Okay. 1, 2. And this. Another 2. Okay. 6 goes all the way here. Okay. Nice. 2 4s here. One, 2. 1, 2. These 2 slots. These 2. Okay. This. Oh. Up. This. Like that. Like that. Like this. And then there you go, these last 3. Phew! Wow. This reminds me of all the tile work that we did in the bookshop. It's really nice. Okay. 1, Oh, I did forget one. Yes, from the last step. Okay, hang on. So where did that go? Oh, it went. Oh, it went right here. This and that. Okay. Okay, now we can move on. Okay. Oh, we have a donut. It's a pink glazed sprinkled donut. Donuts. I haven't watched that show in ages. But yet I remember that, you know, how that line was delivered. Simpsons. Okay. Cute. Oh, and that's the cash register. Okay. Okay, I got carried away now. Okay, so hang on. Then we got white. We've got the transparent one. We've got this one, and we've got this one. Okay, so what do we have? We have. Okay, so white. We have this, and that, and we have this. We have that, and we have this, and that on top. Sweet donut shop. What? Did he get us to? Yeah. Okay. So you have to flip it. Okay. Flip. Okay. Now what? Okay, so cash register here. And donuts here. My gosh. These look yummy. You know, Lego's doing something right when you look at their parts and they literally make you salivate. So you know, an element was nice, was well done. Okay. What do we have here? We have this transparent. We have that. Oh, okay, we're making it light. I have done enough modulars to know. Oh, no, that's a coffee. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh, seriously. Ah. Right. Wow. Seriously. Lego has outdone themselves again on something coffee related. So this is not complicated, right? It's but it's a whoops, hang on. It's clearly one of those you know, drip coffee. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, and we've got this flower here in the very corner. Probably in between 4 bricks, if I had to guess, or maybe right in the very corner. Okay. Okay, hang on. There's a crack in the wall here. There's a crack in the foundation. And there's gonna be some shenanigans happening here. Oh, there's some shenanigans for sure. Okay. 1, 2, 1. That's green. Okay. 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. And 1 of those. Okay. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we flipped that back? Okay, fine. Okay, so it's a flower upside down. Okay. I guess right there in the very corner, if I'm not mistaken. And then 1, 2, 3. This. And then what? Oh. This. That. Whoops. Like this. That. 1, 2, 3. And 4 in the back here. Okay, and that's just the front. Okay. Okay. Ah, yeah, see, that's where the 2 cameras really came in handy, because everything I was building here was definitely out of the way, but at least from the top-down view, you could see what I was making. I like this 3 camera deal. You guys enjoying them as well? Because I'm pretty happy. There, 1, 2. 1, 2 like this. I guess I might as well just stick them right on top. Might as well put them right here. Okay. Now what else we got? We got these 2. These 2. Yeah. Thanks. Hello, crew. Yeah, it's good to shake things up with new scenes and camera angles. Yeah. And if I get tired of this, I'll show you what else I made. So I've got this scene where the minifig camera is the main scene. So, and then, you know, this resembles a little bit what I had before. And I've got this last scene where this resembles most, I guess, what I had before. So it was the top-down camera as a main, me over on the right-hand side. But I much prefer this. It allows flexibility to do things. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to my main scene. I like the one where this one right here is the one I have a feeling I'll be using most. So me being the main, and then 2 other things going, and you know, yeah. I debated getting rid of the instructions, but when I watch a stream, I really like it when the instructions are there. I don't know if some people don't care, but I certainly do, so it's all good. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to watch a stream because it doesn't have instructions, but it's definitely something I enjoy, so yeah. So you do something similar where I switch between having the brick build camera, me, or the instructions as the main focal point. Oh yeah, I could even have a scene where the instructions are the main focal point. That's true. That's true. Never even thought of that. I might make one of those too. Oh, okay, so hang on. I can go fix that. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, and I know, okay, it's at 50%, so I'm gonna bring it down to maybe 33. Here, let me know if it's better. I can speak over it, right? How is that? Much better. I'll switch back. So yeah, can you hear me well over the transition? I brought it from 50% to 33%. So I really appreciate, by the way. My gosh, without you guys telling me these kind of things, I would never know. Yeah, well, I have a feeling I'll be speaking over it quite a bit as I switch between different scenes. So yeah, I could go down to 25%. I'll do that. Sounds good. Thanks. So let me go here. 25. There you go. So how about I try that again? So I can even switch here. So there. So I'd like to talk while the transition's going on. How is this? And there you go. Up close and personal. And go back. I can go back to. There you go. How's that at 25%? Much better? Cool, cool. Thanks so much. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Okay. There you go. So we got this. Two more of these. Yo, hey, Grand Admiral Quack. How are you doing? It's nice to find you here while I'm live. Yeah. Fellow streamer for sure. How are you doing today? A very happy Monday to you, and wish you a wonderful week. We've crossed each other in streams a little bit. Have I caught you live? Maybe once. Yeah. Thanks. I think I caught maybe 5 minutes of you doing some kind of talk show with someone else this weekend at some point. Is that possible? I watch so much Lego streaming, and I don't always necessarily, say hello because I have the attention span of a squirrel, right? So. Yeah, finally got around today. I'm having back issues with staying home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My gosh, I know all about back issues. It's the main reason why I go to the gym 4 times a week. It's to prevent injuries because I know what it's like. Yeah. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting things the way I like. I just recently added this third camera. Actually, it's very new. I had a quick test run on Saturday with it, and I'm still playing with the angles a little bit, but I'm quite happy on how it works. So yeah, I'm having an absolute blast with this build. I did not think that I was going to like it that much. It's wow. I'm only barely finishing bag number 2 here, and I'm amazed. So it's a good sign. So what do we have here? So a couple of these and a donut. What? More donuts? Okay, nice. You can never have too many donuts. In the corner? Okay. Upside down. These upside down flowers are interesting. There you go. What else here? Green. So, Quack, are you also into Gundam? Because everyone I talk to, or just about, seems to tell me that they are. I've recently ordered some, and I'm looking forward to streaming that. Never built anything remotely like that, so I look forward to exploring that. Did I just do everything? I think so. Yep, I'm done with this. Okay. Nope. You don't want to paint my room red? Some humor goes way over my head. It's part of being ASD, so I don't understand what that means. But only so much money for hobbies. Oh, so Lego is outside. Is it outside of computers? Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like to try different things. Oh, League of Legends! Hey! Nick's good. Nick's good. Nick's doing surprisingly well. I'm, you know? What was I gonna say? Yeah, just finished coffee. Nice double. How about you, my friend? Oh no, I'm not finished. I still have something to drink. Okay, so sharp things and small parts don't mix. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I look forward to trying that out anyhow. So yeah, just back from work. Yeah, starting to know your routine for sure, my friend. My gosh. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, I need to pull some parts. Yeah, I'm almost done. Bag number 2. So, okay, so we got this, that, these two. I have a feeling that this is everything that's left. 1, 2, and we got that. Yeah, we got that, and oh, emotico boy, what? Welcome. Hang on. Yeah, emotico boy streams. Okay, hi. I don't think I've seen you around before. So Quack says, majority of my time is spent on automation and scripting and security. My downtime is Lego to relax, since I have bad vision, can't handle knives and small parts. The Snap-on Gundam sets I don't really like, but that's just me. Okay. Yeah, I have 3 sets coming, and one of them is an entry grade just to get that feeling for the snaps. And then the other 2, well, I know I'm gonna need the rest of my tools, and I do have tools. Actually, the tools are arriving before everything else, so it's just happened that way. The tools are arriving today, and yeah. So all good, just punching trees. Are you playing Minecraft? Oh, there you go. Yeah, good job buying the tickets, Lego Legend. Don't forget to buy your tickets. So for every 10 minutes you spend on stream watching me, you get 10 points that you can spend on tickets. And on the 21st, in 10 days, I'm having a oh, cool. My son used to play when he was young, and then just recently he asked me to get it again, but for himself on his own account on PC. So I guided him through that just to get him the best deal possible. But yeah, he seemed to enjoy it quite a bit. So you also love space, so it's hard to keep up on more cool things. Now I know what you mean. It's easy to spread yourself too thin across too many hobbies. So yeah, no, I do focus my energy on Lego, but it's all good. I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. So, yeah, so many cool things. Yeah. Okay. Did I pull everything? No, not yet. So this. That. Okay, now I have everything. And this. Okay. Oh yeah. So I guess it really is the last last little bit of it. So let's see what we get done. So there we go. Okay. Upside down. Upside down. Whoop. That's crooked. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, thanks for taking care of the shadow. Greatly appreciated. This white, and then these two. So is anyone excited for Prime Day tomorrow? You have your wallets ready? No, but in all seriousness, I have maybe a dozen sets or so on my wish list, and I'm gonna try and just stick to that. If any of those are in significant enough sale, I'll get them. 36. Oh my god. Does that include humidity? That's horrible because I know what that is. Donut thief is still hungry. Huh. Yeah, I heard about there being a little story in this set. Okay, so where does this go? This goes here. Okay. Nice. That's a really nice newsstand. It's the first newsstand I have. Surprising. Oh, 36% humidity. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely horrible. Yeah. No, I meant, because you know how there's the temperature, right? And then there's the temperature felt, including with the humidity factor, basically. They do that in Canada anyway. I don't know if they do that. So they'll say, you know, it's 26 degrees Celsius, but what's actually felt, including humidity, is 36 degrees, as an example, right? So I'm just curious if that's the quote-unquote true weather, or the weather that's being felt, basically. And maybe other countries don't do that distinction. They do it in the States as well, eh? Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's depending on where you live, the humidity factor factored into the actual weather temperature makes a huge difference. Anywhere I do live, it makes a huge difference. So it's the reason why I have air conditioning in my house, because without it, the summers can get really humid, and it's just horrible. Like, you can just sit there doing nothing, or just building Lego, and feel as though you're building a house. Like a real house with a hammer and tools and stuff. So yeah. All right, bag number 3, I guess. Feels like temperature is 31. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's hot. No doubt about it. So. There you go. So bags number 3. I like to grab my spare parts right away. and classify them a little bit. There you go. Because they all end up in my bulk, and they're all sorted out. So let me see. They do that in the Navy to verify humidity and process. We had a lady tell us the process for doing all meteorological tasks manually when on the ship. Really? So sort of not relying on instrumentations as much as I guess doing some manual calculations and so on and so forth, or But it sounds good. I find humanity too often forget where things come from, right? And it's good to be reminded sometimes. And I mean, it can be something as simple as, say, having to do a long division on paper versus using a calculator to do it, right? Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. A good-natured shop owner runs a delicious donut shop. Okay. La joviale propriétaire dirige la délicieuse beignerie. Okay. Oh, hi, Mrs. Grayback. How many bags are there? You mean like a total in this build? It's spread over. Well, right now I'm just doing the number 3 part, but the build itself is spread over 14 steps. But some steps have more than one bag, right? Like bag number 3, well, there were 2 bag number 3s, right? And then one of them had 2 more bags in it and stuff. Hope that answers your question. Okay. So far, it's been a really fun build. The story is starting to take shape, you know? And pretty neat. Oh, looks like my son might be up. Okay. Okay. Oh, the Home Alone build. Oh my gosh, that's a nice big build from what I saw and from what I heard. So yeah, good for you. So where does this shop owner go? Okay, so she can hold. I'll put her here for now. Here. Hold the coffee. Xavier needs coffee. Okay, let me see. I like your camera on your build table. Is that mounted to your table? Yes, it is. I only ordered, like, what I have right now is about a tiny arm about this big, and I'm debating getting a slightly longer one. I bought this from Amazon. It's made by Small Rig, so it's just a fraction of the price, well, half the price of Elgato. And I mean, it does the same job. So, and I figured I can add more onto it later. And yeah, I think I will. I'd like for this camera on the side to be able to be raised just a smidge higher, because right now can't quite see. Yeah, I'd like for it to be raised about twice the height it is now. So yeah, a camera can zoom. You know what? In webcams, really difficult. I preferred getting higher quality webcam lenses that are wide than getting ones that can zoom. Yeah. So I mean, overall, I didn't spend a fortune on my cameras. So, so ViewSonic makes a 1080p wide-angle cam that's very affordable, and it's always on sale in Canada for some odd reason, 50 or 60 bucks basically. And yeah. So that I have two of those. The main one that you see myself on. Well, it had to be a wide angle in order to see the bookshelves. That I really wanted that to happen. Also because I do stream with one of my kids usually once a week or so. It's never scheduled, but to have two people on stream, you know, you need a wide angle. Like, you know, it's sort of a must. Right. A real zoom, right? You pretty much have to go with real cameras. You know, that's what and I'm sorry, but I'm just not going that route. My wife is fully equipped with professional photo equipment, and I mean, I could borrow her equipment, but she would not be too impressed. And it's not like she would need to use it, you know, once in a while, and that's and there's no way I'm spending that kind of money on cameras when this is fine. And I don't think I would want to spend the time zooming in and out of stuff either. Well, let me show you a trick though. Okay, so I'm going to show you my chatting, my chatting scene. Okay, so I'm going to pop over to it, and you'll see what it is. So using the same camera, but what's going on is that I basically you know, position everything in my slobs and in Streamlabs just this way, so that it could be zoomed in. So it's not a real zoom, but it is, you know, for all practical purposes, there's absolutely no degradation on what you're seeing, because it's like it's not zoomed in any way, shape, or form. You're just focusing on that one little part of the screen, basically. So let me see. Oh, you know what? Listen. I'm gonna share everything and anything I've managed to figure out on my own, or I'll be honest too. Like many things I've figured out by asking other people as well. So, so let me just go back here real quick. I can show you my minifig cam. So I've made 3 scenes, right? One where the minifig cam here is the main scene. Okay, let me just go back and read a little bit. What I want the real, anti-reflex. A big house. It is like a dollhouse. It was really fun to build. Thinking of building it again. Yeah. The Home Alone house is really nice. It's not on my radar because there's too many other sets that I want. But who knows? If it comes along for the right price, you know. It sells for $350 Canadian. That's not cheap either. But if I saw it for $200, $250, I'd probably jump on it, right? So, I worried about that. I'm nervous building mine. Like a crop. Yeah, it's like a crop that I just kind of made myself in slobs. Yeah, and it's fine, you know. So the source is just zoom because it's 1080p. Right, exactly. It's 1080p, and because I kind of positioned the window in slobs so that it would focus on that one part. Yeah, it's sort of a lazy crop if you want. But I don't know if you were happy with the quality. I find it's okay, but I don't really use that scene. I'm not one that likes to bounce around too many in between different scenes. Yeah, there you go. So let me go back here. Oh, Lego Legend also has it. Yes, I did see it in your pictures. My gosh, it's nice. Well, as long as I'm at it, I'm going to show you my last scene, which is where the top-down camera is the main scene. So, and you'll notice that I always keep the minifig cam in the same spot as much as possible, and same with myself, the face cam. But yeah, exactly. Zoom for giving kisses. But yeah, let me go back to my main here. I like my main. So this is the face cam. That's my main, and people have responded really well to my bookcase, and this really allows a good view on it. So yeah. Yeah, my displays are okay, cleanliness wise, but I do need to, like, the glass can get dirty because kids will open doors, and well, I mean, my daughter's 12, but I mean, she could easily grab the glass instead of the handle, and you end up with lots of fingerprints on there in no time if you're not careful. But it doesn't really show on camera, so yeah. Oh, you have to dismantle yours. Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, so all right, so yeah, I've opened bag number 3. I've made the little lady. Boom. Okay. Okay. Oh, 2 of these. What? Oh, here. I didn't realize there was some sandstone green in this. That's beautiful. These. Little bowl. Okay, so 2 of these. No. Okay. This long one. This. One of these. One of those, and a white cheese wedge. There you go. Okay. Oh, is that what I think it is? That looks like a toilet. I'm guessing this is some kind of dungeon. I don't know. This is weird. Oh, but there's a hole back here. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a neat story being told here. So let me see. 1, 2. Oh, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Torture chamber. My gosh, I don't know, but I mean, it's a modular, right? It has to remain relatively family friendly, right? Oh, did I miss? Yeah. Oh no, I put it there. Okay, there you go. 6. 6. Oh, okay. I think it's the jail, right? It's that little jail cell attached to the police station, and I guess they're digging a tunnel out, if I had to guess. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Ah, Lego Legend. I know, I know. And you've got your you have your bug hotels nearby, right? I remember you showing me those pictures. You have a beautiful garden. There we go. Oh, okay, that was easy. uh. Excuse me. 4. No, just a regular. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I guess like this. 1. Whoops. 1 like this. Light gray. So we got bugs staying in the hotel. 2. Occupancy is up to about 40%. Nice. Skellies. I'm sure those were corpses. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you live near the Copenhagen airport. I have one of my best friends lives in Denmark, so they're not that close to Copenhagen though. So they're maybe like a 2-hour drive away from Copenhagen. Yeah. What's going on here? 1. This here. Oh, there we go. Clip. Oh, dark brown. Okay. And then light brown. And then these 2. Okay. Almost. Oh, just on the other side of the pond. Okay, okay. Okay, where am I going? Look at this. Oh, and then one of these. Okay, there you go. What? Okay, this. Okay. This. And like that. Oh. Oh, I see, I see. Nice. Okay, 6, 4, 3. Smarga start. Okay, this music's putting me to sleep, I think. There. Let's pick things up a bit. Okay. Sandwich cake is the closest translation, I think. Huh. Okay. Where does this last part go? So I did pull this. I'm lost. Oh, okay, I see where it goes. I missed it underneath here. Okay. That makes more sense now. Okay. Bananas on pizza? Ugh. Really? No, that does not sound appealing to me at all. But you know what? I would try it once. I'm quite open-minded when it comes to culinary discoveries. It doesn't sound appealing, but maybe there's something to it. Oh, I skipped ahead. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Clippy. This. Okay, so what's going on here? Like this. Got the clip on the end here. Huh. There you go. Flip this over. And then, okay. Like this. Like that. And... Okay. Oh. Oh, it's a shelf. I guess. Oh. What? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. One of these. One of those. 4, 3. Okay. 3 up here. 1 in the corner. So the green thing isn't a typewriter? Nope. Nope. It's it was a cash register. But it doesn't mean that there won't be a typewriter in the actual police station on another floor or something, right? So this is quite the build. So there's going to be a lot of it's going to be packed with details, right? So we shall see. We shall see. The dark gray, right? I think. Yeah. Yeah. Dark gray. 1, 2 of these. 6, 3, and then 2 of these. Yeah, it's a tuk-tuk. I built it on Saturday, and as some people came out, I put them on the tuk-tuk. So, you know, the first few people that came around, our subs and I have a character each, you know, ended up on the tuk-tuk. and you know what? My boutique hotel is gonna go right next to my police station as well. Right above me, you see this big empty space. I have the two streets kind of turning around with the plates ready to connect these modulars to the new road system. So yeah, I'm all ready. Yeah, I spent a bit of time last weekend, yesterday actually, Sunday, fixing a few roads and getting a few things organized. Yeah. Okay. Have everything? Yeah, everything. Okay, so there we go. So we've got this right here. And that. 6. We got 3. Whoop. Let's move down here. Oh, there we go. Like this. Like that. And like that. Okay. I could have sworn that I heard my son get up earlier, but I guess he didn't come by to say hi. Or did he? And I completely forgot. I don't think so. One. This. That's just a regular brick. This. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yeah. 2 of the 4s. Okay. One of these. Whoop. These slots. 2 of these. 1, 2. I'm gonna go and find out if he wants to stream, because I could have sworn that he said he wanted to, but maybe I misunderstood. Oh no, I've already pulled those. Okay. 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 All right. Now this. 2, 3. 2 of these 4s. 1 of these 6s. 2 of these black tiles. 1 of these. And I've got the crown. Okay. So what's going on here? Okay. White. That on top. Okay, this. Oh, and then what do we have here? This is upside down. Okay. Okay, so this goes. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Sure. 1, 2, go. What? That was only one. Okay. Okay. 2, 4. Okay, yeah, I just grabbed one extra one by mistake. There you go. So this is the. Okay. Now what? Oh, okay. There's more stuff here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 6 here. Oh, and where do these go? I guess they go right here. And this crown or whatever it is goes here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just mute my mic for a moment and I'm gonna go talk to my son and see if he wants to stream or not, okay? Won't be too long. Okay. Alright, so I got a maybe tomorrow for streaming, so that's all good. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Just give me a sec here. I just want to put these guys on their proper plates before I forget. Sorry. There. And that's just me. Alright. Okay, and that's all good. That's what I love about these containers, is the fact that I can just pause the build and it's all good. So let me find someone. Oh, April B. Haven't raided her in a while. But let me see. Let me see who might be on. And of course, we'll finish the. We'll finish our parachute game. My gosh. I'm just gonna go double check to see if sometimes there's new people. Like search by the tag. Let's see. Oh, okay. Woot, woot. Phoenix landed. You did land, right? Nice. I don't think I've ever landed, honestly. Then again, I haven't played that much, but yeah, let's. I'm gonna go over and raid April B because it's been a while, and I do like her a great deal. So thanks so much for coming over to hang out with me, folks. It was really fun choosing to spend your time with me, and I plan on being here tomorrow for the same time, and maybe Xavier will be here. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So let's. I'm gonna start the raid and see. All right. See you later, folks. Thanks so much.